Why do animal welfare advocates struggle with funding? Imagine trying to care for hundreds of animals with a limited budget. That's the daily reality for many animal welfare advocates. Despite their hard work, funding shortages make it tough to do everything needed. In the United States, about 3,500 brick and mortar animal shelters take in between 6 and 8 million cats and dogs each year. These shelters often operate with less money than they need, forcing them to focus on immediate survival instead of long-term planning. This means they might not have enough funds to expand facilities or improve care standards. One big issue is the gap between what these organizations do and the money they receive. Shelters and rescue groups provide huge social value by saving lives and helping communities. But they get only a tiny part of charitable donations. In 2023, Americans donated over $21 billion to causes related to animals and the environment. But that money is spread across many areas like wildlife conservation and environmental projects. Animal welfare gets only a small slice of that pie. The way funding is set up also causes problems. Many municipal shelters depend on tax dollars based on outdated formulas that don't match current animal populations or community needs. Some still use a cost-per-animal model that encourages minimal care rather than the best possible care. Private rescues face their own struggles, competing for limited donations and dealing with seasonal ups and downs in income and expenses. Many have less than 3 months of operating reserves, which means they are always worried about running out of money. Costs for running shelters keep rising. Veterinary care, which is essential for animals' health, has become more expensive. Spaying and neutering programs are vital for controlling pet populations, but requiring large amounts of funding that many organizations find hard to secure. Starting a nonprofit or applying for tax-exempt status from the Internal Revenue Service can also be costly and complicated, especially for smaller groups. Staffing and infrastructure are additional hurdles. Shelters see an endless flow of animals, especially puppies and litters, while facing rising costs and limited staff. The focus on immediate animal care leaves little money for legal help or infrastructure improvements. This cycle makes it hard to grow or improve facilities, which can affect the quality of care animals receive. For those working in animal care and advocacy careers, understanding these funding issues is important. It affects job stability, working conditions, and the level of care animals get. Sometimes, financial constraints lead to economic euthanasia, where animals are put down not because they are sick but because treatment costs are too high. This harsh reality shapes the daily work of animal professionals and advocates. The funding crisis has become so severe that some organizations have had to close their doors. For example, the Southern Illinois Humane Society, which operated for 70 years, shut down in 2020 because of rising costs and staffing problems. This leaves many animals without homes or proper care. Smaller groups closing means injured wildlife might not get help, and animals in need may be left waiting. Solving this problem needs action from local governments and communities. They must see shelters as vital parts of society and work to increase funding and support. This includes better access to veterinary care and more resources for shelter operations. For animal care workers, it means advocating for more resources and working within systems that are often underfunded. Only then can they give animals the care they deserve and improve their chances for a better life.